Hey, welcome everybody to the most important video of the year. Honestly, this is the most important video that you can literally watch and help yourself. I want you to be the kind of person who understands money. I want you to be the kind of person who knows how money can work in your favor. I want to empower you with the right information, with the right tools to make the right decision. This is the Julia Inspired Lifestyle Channel. My name is Julia and I'm here to inspire you and teach you how to make money, how to save money, and how to multiply your money and grow your money, because that is the most important thing. The truth is, you can never work all the days of your life. Never. It's not possible. You have to take days off. You have to take vacations. All right? But your money can work for you every single day of your life. But today I want to talk about something that is very important, something that is personal to me, and I feel like I should be able to teach. This is going to be a long one. Class is in session, guys. You should take this as one of my gifts, one of my biggest gifts for you for 2024, right? I'm going to be sharing with you 10 things you should do before 2024. 10 things you need to do before 2024, because for me personally, 2024 is the year of building your own table, like building that kind of life you've always dreamt of. It doesn't work until you have a plan and an action to follow it. So if you have a plan and you don't do anything, nothing will happen. But if you have a plan and you have the right mindset, you have the right knowledge, and you want to do a ruthless execution, you are going to blast through. You're going to break ceilings. I'm talking to you today from the depth of my heart. So now is the time to plan your 2024. Do not wait until we step into 2025 and we shout Happy New Year before you realize that you're supposed to do these things. So the question is, what are your goals for next year? Have you had a conversation with yourself? Have you had a conversation with your spouse if you're married or engaged or you're in a relationship? Have you had a conversation with your partner? Have you had certain conversations with your siblings? Is there anything you want to do as a family, for your parents, for something, as a remembrance? Have you had conversations with your children about the things you want to do for next year? Have you had conversations with your small circle of friends? Because I believe in small circle of friends. These are the things you should do. Building a life of options, peace, upgrading yourself, knowledge. These are the things you should be serious about. Now is the time for you to plan for a better year. And I'm sure you have made goals this year and you didn't even achieve them. Let's be real with ourselves, okay? Let's just be real. There are goals you set this year and you did not achieve them. By the way, do you know that studies show that about 80% of people who document their specific plans achieve it? So it's one thing to think about, I want to travel next year. If you are going to make a trip next year, you have to write out the type of trip you are going to make. Is it an educational trip? Is it a fun trip? How much do you need? What are the things you need to have? You need to get your passport, your yellow card, insurance, all those things. How much is involved? How much should you save every month? There should be a plan. When you write it down, the possibility of you achieving it is almost 100%. So we have a lot of people who like dream and they don't do anything. So I want you to be more of a dreamer, and also a bigger part of you should be a doer. So dream and do. Don't just dream. Be a dreamer and a doer. The doer part is in capital letter. So write your goals down. Pray on them. In fact, pray on them every day. A lot of people set unrealistic goals too. Are you that kind of person who sets a goal that is almost impossible? You should start with things you can achieve. By the time you achieve it, it begins to push you to do bigger things. If you want to earn $1 million, you don't earn it overnight. You could start with $5,000, $10,000, so $500,000, and then $1 million. Everything goes in steps, okay? And I also believe that we should have our own personal goals and then our God-sized kind of goals, like the kind of goals that we know that I know God can come through for me and help me achieve this type of dreams. So this is what I'm looking at that we should work on. So first of all, make a list of all your financial wins. This is my number one of the things that you should do before 2024, okay? before the new year, make a list of your financial wins and all the mistakes that you did. So think about all the things that you did this year that you're in, that really, it mustn't really be monetary, okay? But all the things that made you think, wow, I really deserve. Maybe you got a certificate, or probably you got married, or probably there was a particular job you've been looking for that you landed, or you're able to take your mom out, do something nice for her on her birthday. It could just be anything. For me, I was able to start up a community after joining a community to learn. For me, I had to set up my stock assets to a level I wanted them to be. So I'm just talking to you about the kind of things that personally I did. Okay. Then you're going to write out the mistakes of the things you also did. Are there opportunities you missed? There are some opportunities that personally I missed. There was a company I wanted to invest in, and I was just doing okay. I will, and I just did it. And this company did more than 100%. I still, I'm not crying over it anymore, but it's something I just, wrote down. Did you start any business that failed, that you didn't do well? Are there things, you just think of all the things that you thought maybe was supposed to be well for you, but they didn't end up well. Those are the things you should write down, okay? And when you finish writing them down, look at all the mistakes and then forgive yourself. You probably didn't do them because probably if you had more knowledge or you were properly guided, you wouldn't have made the mistakes. Or maybe your emotions got the better of you. Sometimes our emotions can drive us to take certain decisions and we do it and we fail. All right, so let's get into the number 2. The second thing you should do before next year. Please examine your last 3 months of your account statements. So go to the bank. Do this for yourself. Go to the bank. Fill up a form. We are already in November, so do August, September, and October. Okay, August, September, October. Print them out, take it home. It's going to be like a task. So get your red biro, get your black, and get your blue, or you can get highlighter. Okay, you go in and then you start checking. You can use a particular color to mark out all the times you make transfers for food. You can use another color, maybe red, to mark out all the times you purchased fuel, transportation, paid for transport, traveling, anything that has to do with transportation. You can also circle your data subscription, either your data subscription, your television subscription, all the things you subscribe, gym, all those kind of things. And now circle the places where you made payment for educating yourself, like upgrading your knowledge. Also circle the places where you spent on parties, buying things for people, all those things. By the time you do it, you look at the ones that were the most. Like, check the one that took the bulk of your money. For some people, it may be food. For some people, it may be transportation. For some people, it may be partying. So when you go through all this, the question you should ask yourself is, what can I reduce? What is it that I'm spending money on, but I can reduce money on them? The second thing is, what are the things that are like the subscriptions I'm paying for that I need to cancel? Probably I'm paying for a gym, but I've not been to the gym for like the past 5 months. Why are you still paying for that? Why don't you cancel it? Another thing is that, which can I increase? If maybe this whole year you never even paid to boost your knowledge and self-development, now it's time for you to put in and say, I'm going to learn how to make more money. I'm going to learn how to do this. So that is the task you're going to do for point number 2. And then let's get into point number 3, and that is calculating your net worth. Know where you stand. You know how people wake up in the morning and they're not feeling fine and they want to go to the hospital, and the doctor will ask you to go and run some tests so he will understand. They're trying to do a medical checkup for you. And some people do that every month or every maybe 2-3 months because they want their health to be on top of their game. Yes, it's also important. It is good you do your financial net worth. Know how much comes into your account apart from your salary, apart from your business. Are there other ways money comes in? You should start thinking of assets that can bring in dividends, capital gains, interest, things like that, royalties from your ebooks, and all the things you can think of. You should learn how to, because when you do this, you know where you're going to be focusing on. So when you look at the money that comes into your account, you check averagely for those 3 months you did your account statement, how much left your account in those 3 months. So if you spend 300,000 and your income is 150,000, you will see that you're already in debt. You're probably borrowing money. So when you look at these two things, that's how you will know how much you really need to make every month to be able to balance all the things you want to take care of. Because you have to buy assets so that assets can fund your liabilities and your expenses. I hope you are learning this. I just make sure that if you can watch this video many times so you can understand. So you can't improve on something if you're not tracking it. You can't say I'm getting better at saving money when you don't know how much you have saved so far. Doesn't make sense. So let's get on to the point number 4. Point number 4 means assessing your debt situation. The question is, are you owing people? This point is for people who have debt, and debt is not entirely bad. We have good debt and we have bad debt. So don't see debt as a forbidding conversation. Debt can be good, all right? You can borrow money to invest into assets and use the money, the interest that comes from it, to pay off your debt. I know I have tried it before. I've done it before. I teach that to people also. So, but the truth is, you need to understand first if you're owing people, and then you need to make a plan to know all the people that you're owing. Make a list and then arrange your debt from the order of priority. Some people check their own debt from the highest people they are owing to the lowest, but I rather use priority. Priority means, are there some that have deadline that if you break the deadline you have to pay much more? Those should be your top. Are there some kind of debt that when you don't pay, the person is willing to give you more time? So you've put down all the lists, you start arranging it. Okay, how much can I use? Like, how much can I make available to pay off every month? Who can I focus on? And it's also a good opportunity for you to have conversations with some people who you know that the deadline you set earlier on, you will not be able to meet up with it. You should be able to have conversations with them. And when you do this, you should also be able to create a little amount that you can use in investing so that money can start working for you. So that is point number 4. Point number 5, let's run. Plan to get free money. I love this particular point. Number 5, plan to get free money. I'm sure everybody's like listening. Let's get the free money. Yes, planning to get free money. For me, my free money comes from investing in the US stock market. I can get paid as dividends. I have real estate companies that just being a co-owner of the properties, when they collect rent every single month, they pay me. And some of them, some pay in the first week of the month, some pay the second week of the month, some pay the third week of the month, some pay the fourth week of the month. So imagine owning shares in these 4 companies, and every single week you're earning in dollars. This is what I call free money. You don't need to do anything, just owning a share in their company, some shares in their company, you're entitled to earn every month for life as far as you own those stocks. Okay, so there are other ways you can absolutely get paid for doing nothing in the stock market. That is capital gain. Sometimes I give out a call out on stocks that are about to go high, and I will tell you, yesterday I talked about Tesla. So those that got it when the first time I even mentioned it, when it was at 209, it ran from 209 to 244. Imagine how much you would have made just freely in a space of 10 days. In a space of 10 days, you are making this money in dollars. So this is how to get free money. So plan to get a free money. If you need to get the knowledge, please pay to get the knowledge. We have a community. You can join our community and you will learn everything you need to know about the US stock market. For me, it is one of the best things that happened to me in life. Let's get on to number 6. Number 6 is set up an emergency fund. I see a lot of people who do not even have or know about emergency fund. Emergency fund is exactly the meaning of the word emergency fund. So create a fund for emergencies, because sometimes you can have unplanned repairs to do in the house. Sometimes you can step out of the house with your car and it gets broken down on the road. Something can go wrong. You could have a medical emergency. You could have bills that probably was not attended to, or you forgot, and they come at a time you're thinking, oh, where will I get the money? So if you have a backup, like a buffer, in fact, it works best when people lose their jobs and maybe you are trying to sort and get another job for the next 2 to 3 months. That emergency fund will keep you going. So this is exactly why you need to do it. So check how much you spend every month. You need to save at least 3 to 6 months of the value of money you spend every month. Some people use their salary to do it. Some people use their expenses. I prefer the expenses because that would help to give you that buffer that you need. So you can start small. If every month you spend about 300,000, it doesn't mean you must raise the 300,000 at once. Please start with what you can afford, set it aside and put it in a high interest rate account or one of these fintech apps where it can be yielding interest for you. So the money while it is there can be getting you more money. That is number 6. Let's get into number 7. Number 7 is plan multiple streams of income. Okay, it's almost similar to the getting free money, but I'm going to tell you something about multiple streams of income. I want you to think other ways you can create money for yourself. So think of ebooks, think of YouTube, think of online courses, think of training people. Is there something you know very well how to do? There's a food you know how to cook very well, you can teach people. You can invite those people to your house and you can teach them for a tiny or a small fee. Is there a product you know how to sell well? A product that can solve people's need, because that's the easiest way to sell to people. Sell what people need. Don't just sell a product because you love the product. Sell a product that can solve somebody's problem. Now we're getting to the festive period. A lot of people may be looking for gifts. Some people may be looking for things to use in the house. So focus on the things people need. Focus on solving people's problem, and you will find something that can make you extra money. Is there a service you know very well you can deliver and people can pay you for that? You can start doing that. Most importantly, find a skill you can learn that skill and use it to earn extra money, extra 50,000, 100,000 every month, and most importantly, learn how to earn in dollars. Let's get on to number 8. Number 8. So number 8 is setting clear goals. So I'm going to share with you 4 kinds of goals that you need to set. Everybody needs to set these 4 kinds of goals. So the first one for me is the family goal. Whether you're married or you're still single, when you're single, you have your father, mother, siblings. When you're married, you have your spouse and your kids, whether they are there yet or not. But I just want you to understand. So in setting your family goals, as a family person, you have a spouse, you have your kids. What vision can you just think of the plans you have for your family? What can you accomplish as a family? What kind of information should you learn? Because one thing for me is financial education. So I'll be able to teach my children about finances and how to make money. What can you teach your children? Apart from money, what kind of culture, what kind of important things of life like attitude can you teach your children? If you don't plan it, they won't happen, okay? So do you have any family vacation in mind? Start putting them down in the family goals. Do you want your spouse to achieve a certain thing, maybe to go for an upgrade course? Or do you want to build a house? Do you want to buy a car? Think of family goals. Now, the second type of goal I want you to set is your personal goal. In this personal goal, I want to think of the skills you need to learn, the books you need to read, Bible study you need to take, personally or as a family. Personal growth. When I mean personal goals, I mean the things that you can do to enrich yourself. So let me give you an example. Think of growing in areas of like how to be a better dad, how to be a better mom, how to be a better parent. Okay, how to be a better parent. How can I be a better friend? A lot of times, we want people to be good to us, but we're not even good to people. So the question is, how can I be a better friend to other people? How can I learn to forgive? There are people probably who did something to me and I want to unburden and feel freer, because when you forgive, it's like taking the load off yourself. So how can I forgive? How can I maximize my single time? Now that I'm single, what are the things I can do now that when I'm married, it may be difficult for me to achieve them? Can I do them now? How do I need to go out more? Just think. Don't limit it to anything in particular. Be more intentional about upgrading yourself. Think of your health goals. Do you need to start working out? Do you need to start exercising? Do you need to start dieting? Those things are important. And the third kind of goal you should think of, your money goals. Okay, your money goals. How much do you want to make by 2024 from January to December? How much do you want to make every single month? How much do you need to save? How much do I need to start investing? How much do I want to have in assets? How many, what is the community I should join that would help me? Who should coach me? Who can I pay to coach me? Even if it means a private coaching, write them down in your money goals, because that's how to bring them to life. Nothing happens if nothing happens. All right, so the last goal I want to set is your spiritual goals. Okay, in your spiritual goals, you're going to look at your God goals, the goals that you want God to help you to achieve, the things you know you cannot do by yourself, but you know that God can help you to do this. Think of your charity goals. Are there people you want to help? Are there some charity projects you want to carry out? Relying on God, learning how to reduce the stress on yourself, and learning that God can help you to achieve a lot of things. Would you like to do a hospital visit to see people who are in the hospital and being able to compensate and encourage them? Would you like to do volunteer work? These are the areas that you should look into. Let us go into number 9. We're almost done. And if you've been here waiting and jotting down, writing down, I pray that your 2024 becomes your best year, because it means you really mean well for yourself. So let's go to number 9. Number 9 is doing a life audit. This year is already November, so we have say 30 to 40 days to go into the new year. All right, so the question is, who is in my life that is an asset? Who are the people that are in your life that all through the year they've been of beneficial? It mustn't be monetary, okay? Some people may not give you money, but they are always there for you, to support you, to cheer you on, to support anything you do. Some people may not have money, but they can pray for you. You can lean into their prayers, to help you. There's some people who are good with, listening to you and giving you words of encouragement. So it mustn't be monetary. Don't tie everything to money, okay? So write the names of people who have been a huge asset to you. And then write the names of people who are liabilities. Those people, they didn't give any, nothing profitable, and they have made you to take certain decisions. You mustn't entirely cut them off, but you need to start spending less time with them. So who is in my life that is an asset? Who is in my life that is a liability? There are some friendships that need to go away. As you're stepping into the new year, there are things you need to take out of your list, and there are things you need to bring in. So the next thing is, who are the mentors? Who are the coaches I need to know? I need to be in their space. I need to be in their community. I need to become their friends, because your circle will matter a lot in 2024. So the people that speak to you matters. You need to know how to build your financial freedom table. Decide and choose wisely. All right? And then, as you do your life audit, set deadlines to achieve your goals. And that is my number 10. My number 10, which is the last one, is set deadlines to achieve those goals. If you want to travel, you're going to write it down and say, I want to travel by April, and this is how much I need for me to travel. I need 1 million naira. I need to raise 250,000 every single month. And you're going to write down the things that will make that money possible. Will it come from your salary? What percentage of your salary are you going to take out? Or do you have a business in mind, or you have some things that will earn you money that you know that will be able to raise the money? You have to think everything through, okay? And then you set the deadline. So setting deadline doesn't mean, let me just go and put a date there. No, have a realistic plan. So you set your deadlines, and the most important part, you pray over the goals. You use the month of December, all the things you've written down, you get a paper, you make bring a sheet. So for every single thing you've written down, You lay them down and you pray over it in the month of December. So pray like your life depends on God for it to come to pass, and then work on your goals as if your life depends on the result, on the effort you're putting in, and you will see a huge difference. I promise you, God will show up for you, and I promise you, being in my space is something you would not regret. Being here and listening to me and learning how to prepare for your next year is something you should be very happy and proud of to be associated with. So now is the time, like I say, to join and plan your 2024. I hope you're subscribed to this YouTube channel. This is the kind of video you should, send the link to the communities, the groups you belong in your WhatsApp. This is what you should send to people to listen to, because this is the kind of content that will help people. You never know who you're saving. You never know the life that you may be, giving hope on. But just sharing the right information can just change somebody's life. And you never know if you are the one that God is going to use to do that. So I hope you are subscribed to this channel. I hope you share this information. I hope you like this video, and I hope you drop it in the comment that you learned a lot. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. And I wish you a wonderful 2024. I hope you do all those things, and I hope you take your life seriously. Thank you.